number 1 guard, Taylor McNary. We'll be calling her name a lot tonight. Also, number 21 will be Faith Shiro, a senior, 5'9", from Dyersburg, Tennessee. She's followed in the starting lineup by number 24, Erin Grace Lester, a 5'8" sophomore from Lebanon, Tennessee. Number 35 will be Savannah Walker, the 6'3" senior from Largo, Florida, via Pensacola State Community College. And the 5th starter for the Firehawks will be number 45, Rachel Baker, 5'11" senior from Alabama. Again, they're coached by Billy Evans. On the season, 10-5. 5-4 the Mid-South. And for the Bears, it'll be a familiar starting lineup for the Bears. They're coming in tonight's game, 9-7, 3-6 in the conference. Haley Free, the senior from North Bullitt High School, she's followed in the starting lineup with number 10, another senior, Mary Englert from Madeira, Ohio. Number 21, Bailey Frazier from Wise, Virginia, 5'9" junior. Coach Wells was talking about it off air, how well she's playing so far this season for the Bears. And the sophomore, the walking double-double, number 22, Morgan Stamper. She's from Independence, Kentucky, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Bears. Number 30, senior from Williamsburg, Kentucky, Sierra Feltner. And the Bears are coached by Clifton Williams. Real quick, Coach, for the tip, you was talking about Bailey Frazier off air. Kind of been one of the spark plugs for the Bears so far this year, Coach.
Really been a welcomed surprise. She's picked her play up every year that she's been here, and this is the first year she's actually been really healthy. She's always been nagged by a knee injury, back injury, something of that nature, and she's really been able to show her skill set with double-double the other night against Cumberland's, and always been a great shooter, but really being able to showcase her all-around game.
So we're going to be moving into the center circle here, getting a little size disadvantage here for the Bears.
Guys, I'm excited just to see some basketball being played at home. So it doesn't matter if it's size disadvantage, whatever. Right. We're just thankful to be playing some ball.
Well, I tell you what, I know Coach Williams will have he's got his ladies prepared for any type of defense here. It'll be Walker and Feltner.
You said that, and Feltner ended up stealing the tip.
Right, there you go. So we're going to come out. The Bears will come out and look at the zone defense here, Coach. A little 2-3. Is that right?
Yeah, they do a little bit of matchup out of this. They mix it up with their guards up front. Sometimes they stack them, and sometimes they keep them on the elbows to kind of mix it up. But it's definitely a matchup type zone, and really any good zones, you better match up out of it, right?
Well, Frazier got her hands on the basketball, calls a turnover. The Bears will take possession of the basketball free over to Stamper, being guarded by Walker. Over to Feltner, working off of the Stamper screen, all the way to the bucket, tries to finish with the right hand, unable to do so. Stamper with the rebound.
What'd you say, Gary Justice?
Morgan Stamper rebound. Several times a night, Coach.
Not going to hear that much tonight, are we?
That's exactly right, Charlie.
And you can kind of sniff out a strategy I think our girls are going to have tonight is we have a size disadvantage with Stamper against Walker in there, but they're going to put Walker in as many ball screens tonight as you possibly can. And you noticed right there they put her back-to-back ball screens and ended up getting a good drive to the basket and got 2 free throws out of it.
Those on Shiro, her first, team's first. Stamper will get 1 of 2. Bears get the first point of the game.
And mixing up now, like I told you, they were going to change their defenses, went to a little 2-2-1, but I think they'll drop it back to their zone.
3-point shot out of the corner. Bailey Frazier goes high for the rebound for the Bears over to Englert. It gets over to Feltner. He'll cross half court. She gets middle of the floor to Frazier, sets her feet, holds the release. 3-point shot, rattles around, comes out. Rebound comes out to the Firehawks and give her to McNary.
Great shot there, wide open, just rattled out. Just could have went in just as easy as it went out.
Shots up, no good, rebounded by the Bears. Over to Feltner, gets over to Englert. Englert back over to Free. Apologize for some technical difficulties. We got him lined out, I believe, though. Feltner. Walker switch out on Feltner. Stamper goes to McNary. Yeah, they're going to call her with the forearm push. It'll be the first on Stamper, first on the Bears. And you also have a substitution, number 32, Kiana Cumberly will check in for the Firehawks, and she will replace Baker.
In that possession there, the Bears got the mismatch they wanted. Morgan just got a little bit too aggressive and pushed off on that, and that was a great call and great play by number 1 there for UT Southern McNary.
Basketball goes into Cumberly. She gets the basketball, turnover. Englert trying to pick it up, battle for it. They're going to call a jump ball.
That was a quick jump ball call, I thought.
You like to see at least 4 hands on the ball before you make that call, but certainly good hustle play by both Mary Englert and the UT Southern player there, number 32, Chumbley.
So possession goes with the Bears. They'll be free over to Stamper. Being guarded by Walker. Crossover dribble, gets to the basket. She tries to fit the left hand. Morgan Stamper uses the left hand off the glass.
Tell you, Stamper did a nice job getting away from the big girl and taking down the lane, and nobody to challenge her then.
Yeah, it appears that they're trying to take Stamper's right hand away and the reversal pass away, but when they step out there so far, it leads a direct path to the basket, whether they're left-handed or right-handed, and Morgan made him pay on that, getting to the basket, and actually created a foul on another player.
Chumbley's first, team second. She'll make the free throw. Bears up 4-0 right now, and then you also had number 12, Takaya Goff, check in for the Firehawks. So Walker is checked out. So there are now a lot of the sides, even both sides right now for the Bears, leading this one 4-0. Chumbley's shots up. Rebound, Morgan Stamper once again. Gets over to Englert, across half court to Frazier. Back up to Englert. She's looking for free. Gives a glance inside to Stamper on the box. Over to Englert. Get under the free throw line. Stops. Bounce pass to Stamper. Tries to finish with the right hand that time. It's Mary Englert 6, Firehawks 0.
Just love to watch her work.
Yeah, and they're making good decisions. They're getting her in scoring positions down there low and feeding her easy baskets, and that's good range shots.
I like the way the defense is kind of pushing them away from the basket too.
Yeah, and offensively here, Southern's doing a great job with player movement, almost running some motion offense and trying to find gaps within the zone. And I do like that strategy of trying to get your team moving. And 32's gotten some great opportunities here in the middle of the defense and finally capitalized on one there.
That's Chumbley's first basket of the game, first basket for the Firehawks as well. Really trying to find Faith Sherrow, number 21 for the Firehawks. The Bears doing a good job of collapsing her defensively. Bears leading this one 6-2. Over to Stamper. Back over to Frazier. She looks, screen from Stamper. Picks her dribble up, needs help. That's what Frazier, over to Feltner, looking for Stamper. She tries to finish. No, she'll go to Haley Free. Stops, pops. Good. Haley Free, 8-2 Bears.
Yeah, that's good to see Haley ready and loaded up to shoot that ball. A lot of times she'll pass that shot up, and she needs to start shooting it. She's a great shooter, and certainly the result was there on that pass and catch.
As Free's first bucket of the game, Bears lead this one 8-2. Over to Goff, back over to Chumbley. Looking for the Shero, trying to get her going. She averages 20 points per ball game. Back over to Goff. Bears taking this zone defense. Been effective so far. McNary try to get to the bucket. She's quick off the dribble, and no basket goes in, but they're going to say no basket. It's going to be on Feltner. It'll be her first, team second. And McNary's quick with the basketball, Coach.
And that's one thing you can't do in man or zone is give straight line cuts to the basket. Certainly she did a great job of getting in the paint and broke our defense down and ended up leading to a great out-of-bounds play, and leading scorer gets off the snide.
Yeah, Cheryl with a fall-away jumper. Bears leading this 8-4. It's her first bucket. Again, she averages 20 points per ball game. Gets it over to Frazier. Man-to-man defense from the Firehawks still. Frazier gets all the way to the bucket. She tries to finish the left hand, unable to do so. Goff goes high for the rebound for the Firehawks. She's going to push. Bears get it back defensively. Sets back up in the zone once again. Shero back-to-back trips down. She gives her 5. It's 8-7 Bears.
She has a quick trigger. That's a pretty release, and you better get in her shirt tail or she's going to get that shot off.
You can tell she plays very confidently for the Firehawks. Feltner from the screen from Stamper. She's going to try to finish with the right hand this time. Up and good. Morgan Stamper. She has 8. Bears lead us from 10-7.
Another great idea. If they're going to just keep playing behind Morgan Stamper in the post, I'd do 4 out, 1 in and throw it to her every time, and give her that ball and let her go to work, and she'll get the results.
I think Charlie Pinson agrees with you on that one, Coach.
Oh yeah, just feed her inside as long as they're lit.
Goff's left-handed three-point shots up good. We're even at 10. Now the Firehawks offensively starting to see the basketball go through the hoop. They're getting a little bit more confidence around, Coach.
Yeah, we're a little slow on our closeouts on the perimeter there a couple times, and they've gotten 2 good looks out of that, and that's what you don't want to see if you're in the zone and what you want to see if you're Southern.
McNary gets the rebound for the Firehawks off of freeze and miss from the baseline. Gets all the way to the bucket. Up and good, but McNary, her first bucket and the first lead of the afternoon, or the evening, for the Firehawks, 12-10.
Yeah, she just decided she was going to turn her jets on, and she was north to south as quick as you can get there. Great play by McNary.
Free looking at for Stamper at the free throw line, gets over to Frazier, looking at Englert, swings it over to Feltner, sets her feet, hold the release, shots off the back of the rim. Englert gets the rebound. She tries to finish the right hand, up off the backboard, good. Mary Englert tied at 12.
Doing a good job of trying to get extra possessions, and those offensive rebounds go a long way. Mary and Stamper as well have been getting a couple of those.
Getting a little bit of flow to the game right now, Coach. Both teams start to figure things out offensively.
I would advise us to find 21 on every occasion.
Shero fadeaway jumper. Shots off the rim. Rebound Mary Engler gets over to Sierra Feltner. And no subs for the Bears yet, but now I see a couple people coming off the bench right now for the Bears. Feltner working off a Stamper screen, off an Engler screen this time. Swinging to Feltner, Engler at the free throw line. Free! Nice backdoor cut. Unable to get the free throw to go. Rebound comes off to number 24, Lester, for the Firehawks. Looks like the Bears picked up man-to-man this time, Coach.
Yeah, in transition, looks like off misses. We're going to try to match up man-to-man and possibly try to take away these three-point shooters.
Also, during a timeout, I want to ask you a question about that communication on defensive switches as well, too. Sherrow being guarded by Free. They stay in the man-to-man defense. The Sherrow shots up, blocked by Haley Free. McNary gets a rebound. 3 on the shot clock, blocked by Sierra Feltner. Sherrow shots up. Shot clock violation. Turnover to the Bears. Multiple subs coming to the Bears. You'll have Georgia see there. Well, so we're going to have immediate time here, I believe. So with 3:11 to go in the first quarter, we're tied at 12. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Ring. The 3:11 to go in the first period. We're tied at 12. Real quick, Coach, we talked about the communication on the made basket and a missed basket. We talk about zone and man-to-man. How's that communication happen, Coach?
Yeah, a lot of time that's in your game planning. So you'll set that strategic plan up. So like you'll have on makes you'll want to go to your 2-3 zone. On misses you may go man-to-man, and off free throws you may go 2-2-1. On press go to your zone. I think that's what Cliff's been doing, and then you adjust that at timeouts. So you want to switch it up, you got different personnel in, then it gives you an opportunity to do that.
Well, during the action there, we had a second foul called on Morgan Stamper. Second time called for an offensive foul. Engler would check in for Stamper. Also at the timeout, Sederi checked in for the Bears, Reed checked in, and Leanna McNulty checked in for the Bears too. So on the floor for the Bears, you'll have Feltner, Englert, Reed, Sederi, and McNulty. Again, a key foul there was Stamper's second, the third on the Bears here in the first period of play.
I'm not sure that was a charge either.
Yeah, but
So Goff shot pass to the baseline. McNary tries to save it. She's able to do so. She'll save the possession for the Firehawks. So with 12 on the shot clock, we're tied at 12.
Yeah, the Stamper's fouls have both been aggressive offensive fouls, and like she's going to get some of those just because she's so aggressive. You don't ever want to take that quality away from her because that's her greatest strength.
Sherrow fadeaway shot off the back of the rim, battle for the rebound. Lester they will come up with it for the Firehawks. 33 just checked in for the Firehawks. That is Haley Jones. Shots unable to fall.
Now I think the one challenging thing for me is we're not getting those 50-50 balls right now. Anything that goes to the floor, anything that's off the rim, we're not getting those right now. So we've got to change that around and get those.
So we went to Morgan Stamper early offensively. Got to find somebody else now. He's out of the game with 2 fouls. Feltner absorbs the contact, less than 10 on the shot clock. Reed's got the basketball, finds Sederi in the corner, stops, pops, holds the release off the side of the rim. Out to England, they'll reset the shot clock to 20.
Doing a great job of creating extra possessions for your team, and Sierra with a great tip out there to restart the offense.
That's the third offensive rebound for the Bears here in the first quarter of play. England over to Feltner, looking inside at McNulty. Got 5 on the shot clock. Feltner steps through, shots back the rim. They're going to get Feltner for over the back. Good call by the official. McNary doing a good job of holding position. Feltner had to go up and over McNary for the rebound team.
Right idea by Sierra right there to try to follow her shot, but a better box out in that scenario.
And that will be Feltner's first, team's fourth.
We're in a little scoring drought here. It's been a couple minutes before either team has put any points up.
Maybe that was a little broadcaster jinx. I said they had a little flow there, Coach, and then it's went away. So the Bears will drop back down in the zone defense. Over to Lester, looking on the inside. Feltner plays the passing lane. Her and Shira both go on the floor, and that's going to stay with the Firehawks. However, going to be 9 on the shot clock.
Yeah, again, there's one of those 50-50 balls you'd love to see us come up with, and wasn't like a hustle, but we just didn't come up with the result. But got 9 seconds to get a full court stop here.
And now the Bears will go. We're going to say the time left on the shot clock. Like I said, 9. McNary, ball tipped away. McNulty, that's going to be a push on McNary, I believe.
She was so fast she couldn't get the brakes put on there, but she has some ultra speed. I've not seen a young lady with that kind of speed, but she's got it.
It's her first, team's third, and she definitely her first step is so quick as well too, and it's almost like she gets to that plus gear and stays there really quick, Coach.
Yeah, she's got that speed gear that most don't have.
Goff guarding Reed out up top. They're going to get Goff with a reach. That'll be her. I think it'll be her first. It is team's fourth. Chumbley will check back in for the Firehawks, and she'll replace McNary. 56 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Got 22 on the shot clock. Reed will inbound the basketball over to Feltner. Looking at McNulty. Looking for a cutter on the inside. She drives. She's going to try and finish with left hand. Nice job by the freshman, Coach.
What a drive by Leanne there, and going to her left hand the whole way with a great finish. That's progress right there, gang.
That's her first bucket. The Bears reclaim the lead, by 2. Off back over Lester to Shiro, back over Chumbley. So 32 on the play clock, 16 on the shot clock. Lester being guarded by Reed. Man-to-man defense for the Bears this time. Lester absorbs some contact, gets her off, gets a rebound, shots up and good. Lester's first basket of the afternoon. We're tied at 14.
Yeah, rebounding, offensive rebound on both ends has kept both teams close here.
So we got a foul here. I think it's going to be on Chumbley, I believe. It is on Chumbley. It'll be her 33, excuse me. It's going to be on Jones, be her first, team's 5th. So McNulty will go to the line shooting 2 shots on the season. McNulty 30 of 42 from the free throw line, 71% for the Bears. Shots up and rattles around and drops through.
Nice soft home rims there, helped her out.
I think they call that a shooter's roll, right?
Maybe shooter's rim on that one.
Shooter's rim, okay. Well, she said, take that, Coach Wells.
That wasn't nothing but nylon.
McNulty's got 4. Bears leading this one 16-14.
She's really improving. Every day you can kind of see her growth.
Goff over to Lester. 5 on the shot clock and play clock. Shiro out of the corner. Back rim, rebound by Goff. Left hand finish at the rim. It ties it at 16, so after 1 period to play, we're tied at 16. We'll send it back to the station for a break. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. After 1 period of play, we're tied at 16. Real quick, guys, as far as stats after 1 period of play, the Firehawks 7 of 18 from the floor, 38%, 16 points, 2 of 6 from deep. They have not shot a free throw. The Bears 6 of 14, 0 of 3 from deep, 4 of 5 from the line, tied at 16. Rebounds, total rebounds. Both teams with 8 rebounds, 4 offensive for the Firehawks, 3 for the Bears. Even in the stat sheet and even on the scoreboard, Coach.
Yeah, those offensive rebounds are a little concerning. That's 4 offensive rebounds for Southern and 3 for the Bears. We've got to clean that up, and that's one thing your zone will kind of get you out of distorted a little bit on the rebound, and we've got to clean that up. Lesser
shot from the side off the backboard. Free gets the rebound. I noticed that Walker checked out. She had checked in a long time for the Firehawks. Reach. I tell you what, I just want to say, stop. Hold that release, boom. Alexis Reed with her first bucket of the evening. The Bears leading was from 19-16. AJ gets that going. It could be a long night for the Firehawks, Coach.
Yeah, she really is a shooter built on confidence. Once she starts feeling it, she's liable to make 5 of those, and we need her to make about 5 of those.
Absolutely.
Goff, nice backdoor cut by McNary. Floats in the air, lays it up, give her 4, 19-18. Well executed play by the Firehawks. Nice layup from McNary as well, Coach.
Yeah, that's where that constant motion against your matchup zone really gives you troubles. You lose a coverage, you get between a coverage, and that's what she did on that back door, and got them an easy basket out of it.
Reed takes a step inside the three-point line that time. Give her 5, Bears up 21-18. Reed is one of those players, Coach, like you said, you see the ball go through the bucket. She plays more and more confidently as well.
Yeah, we're trying to do a little bit of a 1-3-1 that switches to a 2-3 on the entries to the corners and wings, but we're kind of getting lost on the bottom of it on the rebounds, as you can see. And McNulty bailed us out on that rebound, but she was a lone ranger down there on the glass. You
can tell on that defense that there's a missing element there, isn't there, Coach?
Yeah, we've got our smallest player in the middle of that to kind of cover ground, and that affects our rebounding some.
So over to Sederi, she drives. She had Reed in the corner open, is unable to control the pass, though. Turnover Bears. Shiro check in for Goff. As far as turnovers, that is going to be the first one of the evening charge to the Bears. And Firehawks only turned over twice.
You can kind of see what Georgia was trying to get to. She was trying to get to that baseline drift pass to get to the corner and just mishandled the pickup and the dribble and ended up being a turnover on
She definitely had Sederi open. Sorry, Reed open on the corner over there. She had the right idea. Chumbly gets to the free throw line, tries to finish the left hand, free with the rebound for the Bears.
And you can tell there we switched ourselves up to man-to-man and got by with a double dribble right there, guys.
I was going to call that hesitation dribble, Coach.
It was a hesitation, and it just did enough to confuse everybody, I think, in the whole building.
She's got 7. The Bears are up 5. McNair being guarded by Free. Look at man-to-man this time, Coach. Or
no, we're back to our zone off of makes.
Chumbly drives, left-handed layup's good. McNulty's been called for the foul.
Nickel dimer, as Jay Billis would call those.
Yeah. Oh, that no doubt.
That'd be her first, team's first. Give Chumbly give her 4, 23-20.
She's giving them a great lift. She's really scoring the ball at that high post to get into the basket, and we gave her the straight path, right-hand drive to the rim, and then fouled her and got her to the free throw line. We need to take that away, but she has given the Firehawks a good lift off the bench.
So Stamper and Engler will return for the Bears, replacing McNulty and Sederi. Walker will return for the Firehawks, replacing Goff. She'll have one shot. It's good, 23-21. That's the first trip to the line for the night for the Firehawks.
And a little pressure here by UT Southern.
Over to Englert. She tries to break this over to Bailey Frazier. She attacks the rim. Over to Stamper. She looks to Englert. Holds the release. Front of the rim. Rattles around Stamper with the rebound. Offensive. Turns the basketball over. She hits the floor. McNary's going to push for the Firehawks. Gets all the way to the rim. A lot of contact from Englert. No call. Walker with the rebound. And
got an offensive foul on Walker.
35 on Walker. Look out for the elbow. It'll be her first, team's first. I didn't see that one, Coach. Must have been on the rebound on the way back up.
She did a really good job of keeping the ball above her head, but when she turned, her elbows were out, and I think she caught her a little bit on the kisser there, and inadvertent by all means, but certainly a foul.
Frees up the basketball for the Bears over to Reed. Gets to the free throw line. The floater from the rim, rebound, kicks over to Bailey Frazier. Holds her release. Side of the rim, rebound, face Shiro.
Another good job of getting extra possessions. Just shots aren't quite going. Oh,
Lester's shots back of the rim. I think they're going to call this one Frazier.
Yeah, got in bad positioning on the rebound there, but might have been a little bit of a travel going to the basket, and but we still got to play through those and go rebound.
It was on Frazier. Be her first, team second. 22 on the shot clock. The Firehawks will inbound the basketball from the baseline over to Shiro. Back to Lester. Looking to Walker. That's McNary's shots. Rattles around, comes out. Cheryl did a nice job for the Firehawks. Gets over to Haley Free.
That ball did everything but go through the net.
Gets back to Englert. A little weave action up top. Being guarded by Chumbly. Tries to find Stamper. Nice job by Chumbly. You talked about what kind of lift she's giving her. She gets hands on the basketball. Turnover Bears over to Shiro.
Yeah, she really had. That was a great deflection. That stopped a layup from happening and gave the possession back to the Firehawks.
Back up to McNary, back to Bashiro.
And the Lady Bears are back into the man-to-man.
Back to McNary. You got 10. Finds Lester. Backdoor cut. Bailey Frazier. She's 5th in the conference in blocks. Add another one to her resume. 23-21 Bears.
Yeah, we've talked about that several times. She's got great feel for and understanding when that shot's going to be taken, and does a good job of blocking it.
And she's going to be called for the charge. It'll be her 2nd, team's 3rd. Goff will check in for the Firehawks, and Feltner will return for the Bears. Goff will replace Lester. Feltner will replace Frazier. She'll have those 2 fouls, probably try to protect her a little bit to get to halftime.
Yeah, she did a really good job on the drive and tried to jump stop, but I thought she drifted just a little bit forward on that one, and McNary just did a good job of hanging in there and taking that charge, but hard to falter on that drive. There's nothing wrong with that other than she floated a little bit forward.
Bears up by 2, 23-21. McNary finds Chumley, layups up and good, give her a 7.
Yeah, we're in our matchup zone, we're getting a little confused and not communicating as well as we should on those cuts, and we got 2 guard and 1 several times, which obviously leaves somebody open, and they have found that person.
Englert over to Free, looks for the cut, unable to find anybody, gets over to Englert, baseline jumper, doesn't draw anything. Goff, nice job boxing out. McNary gets the basketball over to Walker, gives it to Shiro. 23-23. Goff's got the basketball. Over to Shiro, over to Chumley, being guarded by Feltner this time. Got 15 on the shot clock. Nice backdoor cut by Shiro. I think she's going to call for the walk. She is.
You don't normally get that call. We'll take it. We'll take that one. Normally they let that one slide. She made a great cut and was leading into a basket and kind of rescued us there a little bit with that walk call.
I tell you what, the Firehawks are very active offensive. You talked about it several times, Coach. Every single trip down the floor right now, backdoor cutting every time they can. And Chumley, I think another nickel and dimer there, like you were talking about, be her team second here in the second period.
I think you'll see more of those as this night goes on because they are playing very aggressively on the defensive end.
Yeah, no question.
So with 4:53 to go in the first half, we're tied at 23. We'll send it back to the station. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena with 4:53 to go in the first half. We're tied at 23. Skyhawks are 10 of 29 from the floor, 2 of 8 from deep. The Bears are 9 of 21, 1 of 5 from deep. Both teams are turned over 3 times. Bears out rebounding the Skyhawks 15 to 12. Feltner inbound the basketball for the Lady Bears over to Free. Man-to-man defense from the Firehawks. 10 on the shot clock. Walker steps out. Stamper is going to roll to the basket. Finds Englert. Nice pass. Unable to finish. Englert gets the offensive rebound off the right hand. And that's McNary with the rebound. That's Goff.
Yeah, that was great recognition. The high post. Stamper did a good job of getting it down low to Englert, and just normally she'll make that shot, but she missed it even twice.
That's shot up. That is Goff with a bucket. Give her 7 in the first half. That's a first lead for the Firehawks in a long time. Englert with a lot of contact, step back jumper, back to the rim, Walker with the rebound, swinging those elbows. He's already been called once for the night. Gets over McNary to Goff. Shiro, 3-point shots up, rattles around, comes off, offensive rebound by the Firehawks. And that's Reed who gets hands on the basketball, turn over to the Bears.
I will say that Shiro's got the green light. She's not afraid to get that ball up to the rim.
Definitely not shy. You're exactly right. Reed shots up, rattles around, as you said, does everything besides come out. Shiro comes down with a tough defensive rebound for the Firehawks.
I have no idea how that ball did not stay in the rim and go through. Great shot there, just didn't get the reward.
Upsets both teams at the table as we speak. Sherrill gets it over to Baker, back over to McNary. Backdoor cut once again, gets to the golf and guarded by Reed. Tries to finish. She does. Give her 9. She's the game's leading scorer.
She's done a good job of those cuts and getting into the paint, and that was a tough shot. Offhand, fadeaway left hand in the paint. That was a tough finish there, but she did. That gives them a 4-point lead.
Skyhawks leading this one by 4. Closing on 3 minutes ago in the first half. Engler gets over to Feltner. It's going to be McNary. She will be called for her second, team's third. So for the Bears, McNulty and Sederi will return to the lineup, and then Lester will return, replacing Goff for the Skyhawks. Stamper and Engler will check out for the Bears. So the Bears will have 20 on the shot clock, and they'll inbound the basketball from the side. Freeze at the basketball for the Bears, looking for Reed. Reed looking for a post. McNulty comes at a screen. Gets over to Leanna, gets it back, look for Sederi. Swings back over to Reed, steps inside the three-point line. Shot rattles around, comes off. Over to McNary, she's going to push.
No bad shots there, just aren't getting them to go in the hole. And
Faith Shiro,
persistence pays off.
And she has 8. That's her second three-point bucket of the first half. And
critical time for our girls to get a good possession right here and get a good basket.
We turned around and the Skyhawks are up by 7. Feltner look for the cut from Sederi. Walker gets hand on the basketball, gets over to McNary.
I'd find 21 right now because this one's going up.
Well, they're running off about 3 screens, and Reed switches over to be guarding McNary now.
Bears back in their man-to-man.
Swings over to Lester. Her three-point shot's up. Rattles around, comes off. Feltner gets the rebound. They got numbers. They push. 5-on-3. Feltner over to Sederi. Holds the release. Shots up. Bang! Georgia Sederi, her first bucket of the evening.
Yeah.
Bears pull within 4.
That was on time, Charlie. We needed a 3 there in the worst way to bring back to 4 points.
Absolutely. That's a big momentum change right there for them.
Back to our zone here a little bit. We'll match up, and this is not a good future for us right here, having A.J. Garden Walker.
Well, they forced a turnover there. So Goff would return to lineup, and she'll replace McNary, probably protect her from foul trouble. I think she's already got 2 on the evening. She does. So we got 1:30 to go in the first half. The Bears have cut this lead to 4. Now, as you talked about last time, Georgia Sederi, if you allow her to set her feet and square her shoulders, I like the chances of the ball going through the bucket.
Absolutely. And the girls did a great job of penetrating, pitching out to her while she was open, and they that's not what we needed in that scenario.
Goff picked the pocket, goes all the way to the bucket. Nice finish with the left hand. First player of the game with double figures. She has 11.
And they've done a good job of keeping our girls out of their strong hands. So if you'll notice, every one of them, they're trying to make them go left, and they'll really get extreme on trying to take away the reversals and force us into some tough shots right now. Good Leanna McNulty with a great rebound and finished. Great feed off Haley Free.
Yeah, so Haley Free did a good job of offense rebound and finding Leanna. She's got 6. Bears pull back within 4, 32-28.
Yeah, we need to make sure to keep 12 off the snide on the inside here if possible.
Georgia Sederi's going to guard Shiro. Over to Lester, back over to Goff. Got 10 on the shot clock. Step back 3, no good for the Shiro. She'll host up the 3. Rattles around, comes off. Walker with an offensive rebound. Her first bucket of the evening. It's 34-28.
Yeah, we whipped on the box out right there and gave a basket we certainly didn't need to give up.
Feltner's got the basketball for the Bears over the Free. Got closing on 15 on the game clock.
Bears are going to hold it for the last one.
Baker's going to be guarding Free at top. She starts towards the bucket. Gets all the way to the bucket. Swings to Reed. Reed over to Sederi. Sederi finds McNulty. Baseline jumper is good. Leanna McNulty's got 8.
Great job. Great pass and catch. And Leanna with a great short corner jumper. She didn't do that early in the year. That's great to see her be able to do that now.
We'll send it back to the station real quick for a break. And we'll come back with some halftime comments and stats. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. We're almost ready for the second half. The Bears trailing this one 34-30 at halftime. I think the Bears are going back up to the starters there, Coach. It's going to be Haley Free, Feltner, Bailey Frazier, Morgan Stamper, and Mary Engler. And the Skyhawks will also counter with their starters as well too. The only thing is,
I think they've switched out Golf in the starting lineup.
I don't see McNary back out on the bench yet for the Firehawks. So Golf will be starting out for the Firehawks in the second half. So starting off here, Coach Bears gets the basketball first. If you're coaching Lady Bears, what are you running this first set?
Morgan Stamper, Morgan Stamper, Morgan Stamper.
I like that one, Coach. We'll take 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, whatever it may be. Man-to-man defense from the Firehawks once again. Free gets to the free throw line, looks, stops, over to Feltner, looking inside to Stamper. Feltner goes around the screen from Stamper, but however, nice job of Lester drawing the charge. That'll be on Feltner, be her 3rd foul, team's first.
We've done that a couple times, and as a player, you've got to recognize that like you need to jump and land in the same footprints. You know, she didn't create any advantage by taking that extra step. Could have went vertical and right in the same footprints and got the same shot, and instead gave them an opportunity to get a charge on us, and they did.
Shiro with a deep 3 off the front of the rim.
That was a long 3.
I tell you what, that is a shoot it when you're open. Offensive rebound for the Firehawks. Skyhawks. Or are we the Firehawks?
We are the Firehawks.
Firehawks, thank you. Under 10 on the shot clock, my apology. Lester's 3 out of the wing. Rebounded by Feltner. She's going to push forward the Bears.
Yeah, with those long 3s equal long rebounds, and our guards really had to participate in that rebound game if we're going to secure them.
Feltner over to Frazier. Stamper corrals the pass. A lot of hands on the basketball. She finds Engler on the baseline. Her shot rattles around, comes off. Stamper with the rebound. And it looks like it'll be a Walker called for a foul, be on the floor.
It looked like Morgan got trapped in that area, and both the trappers got on her side. Looked like she had a straight drive to the basket if she would have just dribbled it straight ahead, but she did do a good job going after the rebound there. I'd love to see Mary get a shot to fall down so she can get it going again.
I'm sorry, that was on Shiro, her 2nd, team's first.
I like it.
Stamper working on the baseline, up and under, give her 8. I'm sorry, she's in double figures. Give her 10, Bears trailing by 2.
Not intimidated at all by Walker's size.
No, she did a great job of using her left hand to go around, her right hand to finish.
Lester gets it over to Shiro. Chumbley will be checking in for the Firehawks, and that's Lester's shots up and good.
Yeah, this isn't Billy Evans' first rodeo. He at halftime made some adjustments. You can see he was concentrating on getting that flash to that high post, and great execution out of that set.
Lester's got 4. Frazier backdoor cut. Walker bothers a shot at the baseline. It's going to be off of Firehawk.
Yep, that's the Bears' ball, and great effort right there by Bailey Frazier getting to the rim and aggressive, and those are the kind of drives we have to have.
So you'll have McNary will check in and Chumbley will check in for Tennessee Southern. Reed will check in for the Bears. Replacing Feltner. Englert over to Free. She gets to the free throw line, looks at Stamper. Stamper, nice pass to Free. She stopped cutting though. She stopped at the free throw line, and Stamper thought she was going on. McNary's pass over to Chumbley. She looks to finish. No, she gets over to Baker. Swings it back over to McNary. She backs it back out. Lester's 3-point shots up. Back the rim. Rebound, Alexis Reed.
Lester's taking some good 3s out there. They just aren't falling for her, and you can tell she's a very confident shooter. A little frustrated right there on the result, but nonetheless a good attempt. And we got to get Morgan Stamper take that one to the basket. That's got to go up. Yeah. I love her unselfish play, but that's got to go up.
Yeah, you got to score that. She's only buried in double figures right now with 10. Bears trailing 36-32. Very unselfish player. Like I said, need to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. Be a little bit more selfish when he can, because she can finish.
Yeah, we got the smaller lineup here by Southern. I'd love to see us try to attack it inside. Their strategy to guard Stamper will be to take charges, so she'll have to be aware of that.
Reed gets to the baseline. She tried the cross-court pass. Intercepted, gets over to McNary. She's going to push for Tennessee Southern to Shiro. Gets to the baseline, fadeaway jumper. She's a scorer. She's got 10.
Yeah, she's got that mentality of that ball's going up whether I made my last one or not.
And she definitely would say you can't remember that last shot, and she sure doesn't, does she?
Short memory on a shooter. Free
gets to the baseline, many times free throw line, gets over to Englert. I think you're going to get the Stamper. Nope, they're going to call a blocker on Chumbley.
The one thing I'm certain of is that anytime an official has an opportunity to make a charge call, they're normally going to make it. We were very fortunate to be able to get that one. They love the theatrics and everything that goes with the charge call, but I thought that was the exact right call.
I'm sorry, that was on Shiro. It's her 3rd. It's the second one on the Southern.
Yeah,
Stamper tries to finish at the base, of the bucket, unable to do so. Gets the offensive rebound. She finishes. She has 12.
Yeah, she's got a lot of stick-to-itness. She's going to stay in there and keep working. And the one thing I worry about with this smaller lineup from Southern is they're going to all try to take charges the entire time while she's in there. So she's done a good job of eluding those and still being aggressive.
She had 12.6 rebounds so far for the sophomore. Gets into Chumbley. She looks to finish. No, she picks over to McNary. Swings it over to Lester. Caught Reed looking, gets up to the bucket. She finishes. Nice job by Lester. Give her 6.
Yeah, she mixed it up. She didn't make her last 3, so she did a good job of correcting that by getting to the bucket and seeing the ball go through the basket, and that'll get her confidence going.
Nice finish with the right hand there. Reed's got the basketball. She's going to drive for the Bears over to Englert. She holds the release from the wing, unable to get it to go. We'll get Frazier for over the back, and that will be her 3rd, team 2nd, and you will have Jones checking in for Tennessee Southern, and McNulty will check in for Frazier. So that lineup you talked about at halftime, Coach, of Stanford McNulty, now we kind of see if they can control the backboard a little bit more now.
Here's a little bit. They've actually switched to their tandem 2-3. The wings have extended out a little bit to guard those shooters. This means your post player has to cover your corners. And then when it comes back to the short run, but there you've got to cover that high post as quickly as you can because she's going to get it going.
And she's got 12. She averages 20. And she's with confidence here because she shoots it. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here, guys. Now we're going to change this to a full. No, we're going to keep it to 30. Why do they do that, Coach, when they come out and they point at the table? What is that signal?
Well, if it's a media timeout, they end up taking their 30-second to a full timeout, which is what they did here. So this is going to not only count as our timeout, but also our media timeout. Okay,
perfect. Well, let's just leave it right here since we've already into the timeout a little bit. So the Bears are telling them a 4 at halftime now. They now scored about 4 points in this 3rd period. 42-34, Tennessee Southern leading this one. Offensively, it's really kind of been the Morgan Stamper show tonight. 12 points of the 34, almost over a third of the points for the Bears. Reed's hit a couple of buckets for the Bears. I'm really thinking they're kind of struggling on the defensive end. They're getting a lot of second chances down here, Coach.
Yeah, they really are. We're up to 7 turnovers now, which is not what we want to be. I mean, every time you turn it over means you're not getting a shot, and they're capitalizing on the other end. And our shooting percentages are not great. We're 2 of 8 from the three-point line at 25%. 14 of 36 there at 39%. Not really want those. So we've got to do a little bit better job of executing on our end. But it's urgent time right now. We cannot let Cheryl find the ball. It's almost a face guarding type scenario now, not letting her catch it because we've given her the ultimate confidence, and she's got 12 right now, and you can just tell her gleam in her eyes a little different than it was when we started the game.
Well, she's definitely catching the basketball and looking to score right now.
Yeah, and that's called hunting your shot, and we've got to do a little bit better job of finding her early and even not letting her catch it. I'd love to see somebody else try to beat us versus her.
So Bears got the basketball trailing by 8. Gets over the Free, coming up, working man-to-man defense from Tennessee Southern. Free picks her dribble up, though. Gets over to Reed, and there he'll check her up top. Free throw line. Gets up to Englert. Englert looking inside to Stamper, working against McNary. Reed sets, holds a release from the rim. Stamper the rebound, clears some space, misses a shot. I think could got Free over the back there.
Yeah, no question that we got by with one there, and maybe could have got a foul on Morgan Stamper's shot as well.
And Englert's going to call for steps.
Mary's on the struggle bus a little bit right now. We got to get her an easy basket. She's working hard. She's doing all things right. We just got to get her an easy bucket to get her off the zero here and get her going.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those players who can get it going pretty quickly as well. I think she got an early bucket early in the game, but she hasn't seen one go through the basket in a long time for the Bears.
Yeah, she's a big part of what we do. We need her to have some success.
Shear over to the free throw line. Step back, blocked by Haley Free. Nice job, Stamper on the floor. A lot of hands on it. I know he had more than 4 hands on it that time, Coach.
No question, and that's what you like to see if you're Morgan Stamper. But also Southern had 2 girls not afraid to hit the wood either. So I'd love to see some of our girls jump in there as well. But that was a good tie-up.
Well, let's send it back to the station for a break. 4:54 to go here in the 3rd period. Tennessee Southern leading this one 42-34. We're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Marlins. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 4:54 to go in the third period. Tennessee Southern leading this one 42-34, and Coach was talking about off air. The Bears struggling offensively right now.
Somebody left the doors open at the arena, and we've gotten cold real quick.
Cheryl inbounds the basketball, only 9 on the shot clock for Tennessee Southern. McNary down to 4. She spins. Air ball should be a shot clock violation. This will play the basketball. Free's got it for the Bears. Gets over to Englert. She's going to push. Gets to the free throw line. Goes all the way to the corner over to McNulty. She picks up her dribble. Over to Stamper's got a high out on the wing over to Englert, who's going to try to drive, looking for a pick. Stamper on the roll. Dangerous pass. She's able to corral it. Tries to finish with the left hand. Unable to do so. Off of McNulty's hands. Out of bounds.
You can see right there on defense, I think they had 4 girls surrounded Stamper right there, but the reason they're able to do that is we haven't knocked any outside shots down, so they've been able to collapse on Morgan on the interior.
Over to McNary.
Great read there off the screen.
Excellent play. That's Jones on the rebound. McNulty battling for it on the rebound. She comes out of the way with it. Get a stamp for the Bears. Are going to have numbers if they're able to push. Free passes up to Reed. They're going to get McNary to be her 3rd. And Coach Evans says wastes no time. Walker and Goff will check in, placing McNary and Jones.
She's too big of a piece of their puzzle to keep her out there with 4 minutes to go and 3 fouls there. That's just unfortunate. It was a hustle play for sure. Just got caught up in bumping bodies there.
Englert gets inside the Stamper. From the three-point line, put it on the line, gives her 4. Bears trailing this one by 6.
That's good to see. One, a perimeter jump shot, and a perimeter jump shot made by Mary Englert. So hopefully that'll get her going and get the team going a little bit.
And no hesitation to taking that shot either, Coach.
She's not scared, I'll promise you that.
Lester over to Chumbley. Gets it over to Goff. She's done a nice job tonight for the Firehawks as well.
Coach Evans does a really good job with his offense. I think he's a little frustrated with his girls' execution right now, but they run some really good stuff and got by with a push-off on that one, but made up for it right there on the rebound.
It'll be Chumbley's 3rd, team's 4th. Stanford went high for a rebound. He's got the rebound for the Bears. Baker is going to check in, replacing Shiro to give her a break. Shiro, a senior from Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Checking in for the Firehawks, number 45, Baker.
So, Free bring the basketball for the Bears. Still on the floor be Free, Reed, Stamper, McNulty, and Englert right now. Free gets all the way to the bucket, tries to finish. Unable to do so. Stamper gets her hands on the rebound, kicks it back over to Reed. Reed thought about the 3, drives, floater, rattles around. Stamper holding, she was boxing out with one hand, unable to come up with the rebound with the other hand. Goff's going to push for the Firehawks. Over to Lester. She looks to finish. She does at the rim.
Lester's been big this second half. She's really picked up the scoring load for them here in the second half, especially probably the last 5 minutes.
She's up to 8, and that's the lead is 8, 44-36.
That was an unfortunate possession last time for us. We had all the inside rebounders, and somehow we didn't get that rebound in our hands.
Englert, nice spin move. A lot of contact over to Reed. Free, back to Reed, looking to Stamper on the inside. Better angle for the pass. She tries to finish her right hand, draws nothing. That's got a little different angle what she thought she was at.
Kind of rushed that one up a little bit. I think she was expecting a little contact, and for some reason shot that one over the basket there.
Goff with the basketball. Coach Evans says let's run a certain play here.
He was a little upset with him not throwing it inside, and here you go. They're trying to get it in right now to Walker against McNulty.
She tries to finish, unable to do so. Chumbley, nice job. Walker with the offensive rebound, scores it. But Chumbley made that possession happen, Coach.
Yeah, a couple possessions ago, Coach Evans really got upset not throwing the ball inside to Walker, and actually took Shiro out for not throwing it in, and I think they had a focus to go to her in that play.
Trailing by 10. Walker's up to 4 on the evening. Englert, step back jumper, rattles around. Stamper battles. Walker's comes away with it, gets over to Chumbley. Englert with the steal for the Bears. He's got the basketball. trailing by 10. They need a bucket. To Reed from the corner. She steps in, gets to the paint, over to Englert. She looks to drive, gets all the way to the bucket, tries to finish right hand. She does, Mary Anthony's got 6. The Bears down by 8.
That's great recognition. They closed out on her on the perimeter. She did a great job of driving to the basket and a flare on the finish, and that was good. We need Mary to get some scoring going.
Goff got the basket over to Chumbley. Reed got her hands on it. Lesser is able to corral it, give her to Baker, Goff on the play. Walker being guarded by Stamper. Got her on the hip, turns around, finish. Give her 6.
Got caught in that battle of do you play behind, do you get on the side, do you get in front. She got caught right in the middle of all those, and good seal off by Walker, and great finish at the basket.
Bears trailing by 10. Free over to Stamper, over to Englert. Gets to the baseline, tries to finish the right hand, doesn't draw anything. Battle for it, ball's on the floor. Baker up to Goff, ahead of the pack. Reed hustles back, unable to stop her though. Goff's got 13, the Bears down by 12. It's a danger zone, Coach.
Yeah, it is. That's just not being fundamentally sound right there. You always got to have a check back person to take those runouts away, and we missed an assignment there and gave a basket. So it'd be great to finish this off on a bucket, but got to get aggressive.
Free looks to finish, unable to do so. Stamper gets a rebound. Her shot's blocked at the rim, though, so after 3 quarters of play, Tennessee Southern leading this one 50-38. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena after 3 quarters of play. The Tennessee Southern leading this one 50-38, and Coach, it's going to really a key possession to get the quarter start off right for the Bears.
We got to make a charge right now. You've got to put your feet in the sand and say we're going to play good defense. We're going to get good shots, and you just take it possession by possession. You're not going to make all 12 up in this first possession. So it's good to get a bucket and then get your defense set and start working.
Gets over to Stamper at the top, gets a read. Nice move on Lesser. Floater up, no good. A little bit of contact, no call. Rebound comes to Baker for the Firehawks. Gets over to Shiro, back over to Goff. Goff had an extremely good game. 13 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds off the bench, by the way.
Yeah, that was a good first possession. You just didn't get the shot to go. It's kind of been the theme of the night.
Feltner draws Shiro. Goff going to call for the walk. She had the right idea. She had Walker open.
Baby steps count too.
Baby steps count as well.
She didn't mean to. They're doing a really, really good job of moving the ball and cutting, and the second side pass is getting us. We're getting hugged up to our person. Ball's opposite of us. You should be sitting to help. Those cuts should come to you, but we're not jumping to the ball like they've been taught.
Feltner over to McNulty. She looks to drive to Frazier, gets to the baseline, swings it back over to Feltner. 3-point shot out of the side, can't get it to go. Stamper gets the rebound, falling to the floor.
That was an odd play, but probably got to call a foul just because they both went to the floor. But certainly unfortunate for Shiro there. But
that's her 4th.
If you're going to get a foul on anybody, she's a pretty good one.
This isn't very nice, but I guess if you had to pick, I'm thankful it was unfortunate for her.
Yes.
That's not nice, and I apologize to our family if they're listening. But
it's her 4th, team's first here in the 4th period of play.
She's a tremendous player, no disrespect meant.
Chumbley will check back in for her. 20 on the shot clock for the Bears. Feltner gets over to Stamper. To Feltner from the corner. She drives the baseline. Tries to finish, unable to do so. Gets offensive rebound. Reads 3. Side of the rim. Stamper another rebound. Tries to finish. Unable to get to go. And somebody needs to close the door, Coach, because it is cold on this end of the floor, that's for sure.
Somebody has put a lid on that basket in the second half, and we can't seem to crack it.
Bears trailing by 12, have not scored.
And you know the challenging part is none of those have been bad shots. Those are good opportunities. We're getting in the right places, shots we normally make, and maybe we can get a layup here and bust that seal right off. But
over to McNulty. She tries to finish at the rim, unable to do so. A little bit of contact. Baker with the rebound. That's a play there, Coach. You really probably got to finish through, though. Leanna may be fading away a little bit too much versus going straight up.
Yeah, she didn't get her left shoulder all the way turned around where she was square to the basket. Certainly was an aggressive play, just didn't get all the way around there and didn't get the finish.
Bears trailing by, nobody scored in this fourth quarter.
Here's exactly what I was talking about, trying to get off to the ball when the ball's away from you.
They got Walker trying to steal. Stanford on the inside. Chumbley gets all the way to the bucket, trying to finish.
Great job.
And that's going to be an offensive foul on Chumbley, and that's going to be her fourth foul. Team second.
I think we've got a problem on the clock. It still says. No, I think we're right. But that was a great charge play right there. That was exactly how you draw it up. She was standing there waiting and got the call.
McNary will check in for Goff. Nobody scored in this fourth period of play so far, Coach. Over 2 minutes into the period.
That works in their favor, not ours in that scenario.
Filter over to Reed, looking at McNulty. Strong post. Finish with the right hand. Give the freshman double figures tonight with 10.
And, you know, that's great recognition on AJ's part, too. She saw the mismatch, saw she was being guarded by a guard. Leanna didn't try to bulldoze over top of the guard, and she just did a nice little left shoulder turn and got a great basket that got this game back to 10.
Savannah Walker's gone for the basketball inside. Chumbley tries to finish with the right hand. Unable to do so. Rebound, Bailey Frazier.
Yep, you hear that name. She's making winning plays right now, and we need to keep stringing these stops together and trying to get some easy buckets.
Stanford's up to a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds on the night. Reed gets all the way to the bucket, finds Stanford. She tries to finish. Walker with a block on the inside. Reed, nope, I thought she was going to take the three. Felton will take the three. Shots up side of the rim. Rebound, Bailey Frazier. It might be off a Firehawk. She throws it to underneath her own basket, which is exactly where you want to throw it to. Versus,
smart play. Yep, yeah, she's been coached up.
So Goff will check in for the Firehawks to replace Chumbley. So we played 3 minutes and 10 seconds, and we've had one bucket. I think it's going to be a timeout here. And it's going to be a full timeout. So we're sending back to the station for a break. 6:50 to go in this ball game. Bears trailing this one 50-40. You watch the Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 6:50 to go in the fourth period of play. The Bears trailing by 10. And Coach, this is going to be an opportunity here for the Bears who come out with this possession. You talk about scoring possession after possession here. They got to put another bucket. There's only been 2 points scored in the fourth quarter. The Bears have the only basket. They got to string some stops and buckets together.
Yeah, and we've really been playing solid defense here in this 3-10, but we've got to carry it over the offensive end. Some of those have to go through the basket. You can't just rely on just stops alone. And it's not bad offense. It's not that we're not getting good shots. We just got to see them go through the hoop.
Stanford get the basketball to Reed. Reed tries to finish at the rim, unable to do so. Rebound, Leanna McNulty. She finishes. Offensive rebound in the bucket. She has 12.
Great effort right there. She just wasn't going to be denied. She was going to go get that rebound. And again, AJ with a great look, just didn't go down the basket here. We got to sprint ourselves back out of this zone and can't give easy ones up, girls.
Yeah, Walker get the basket. She has 8. Bears down by 10 once again. I tell you what, right now they got Goff and McNary in there on the backcourt for the Firehawks. It's about a quick backcourt.
Yeah, you better watch where you dribble the ball and where you pass it.
Filters got the basketball working off, and McNulty's screen gets to the bucket. It's going to be off of McNary's hands, I believe. Yes, out of bounds. It'll be 12 on the shot clock. And then the trail officials to come in and say, hey, I didn't see anybody touch the basketball. Or no, said it was off of Feltner's leg, go out of bounds, back over to the Firehawks.
Yeah, we got to get our pressure turned up a little bit, not let them just throw right over top of it, which we are. Oh, great play.
Stanford, nice job anticipating that pass. She's going to control the ball at the top of the key. Gets over to Reed. She gets over to Frazier. She's going to drive. Bounce pass to Stanford. She tries to finish. Unable to do so. Stanford another rebound. And they're going to call her for the travel. I guess you can go from one side of the lane to the other. I think you got to put a dribble down, I believe, Coach.
Yeah, she did. It wasn't lack of effort. She was giving her 100%. She just got to get those first ones down. She's getting in good placement. I'm not. Those are usually ones she capitalizes on.
Bears trailing by 10. McNary. Bears a little man-to-man defense here. McNulty, guard McNary. A little bit of mismatch there. Definitely got to help her on the drive. Feltner guarding Lester. Over to Baker. Under 10 on the shot clock. McNary got the basketball top over the Shero. 3-point shots up back of the rim. Feltner goes high for the rebound. She's going to push for the Bears. Closing on 5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
One of the things you'd like to see us do when you're guarding a shooter like that is we call it caboose. You just stay in the same footprints. You go right off those screens with them, and that's going to cost us if we're not careful of getting through those screens.
McNulty's shot's no good. Stanford another offensive rebound. She's going to be fouled. I think it's going to be on Walker. 45 is going to be on Baker, be her first, team's third. That'll send Stanford to the line shooting 2 shots. You have Jones returning, replacing Walker for the Firehawks.
And again, great looks. I mean, we've said that this whole quarter.
Yep.
We've got great looks, great opportunity. I don't know if we're rushing it, we're nervous, we're whatever, but like we can't get that ball to go in the basket.
Stanford's now 3 of 4 from the line tonight. She'll have one more. Goff looking to return for the Firehawks. Free looking to return for the Bears. Bears within 9. Stanford will have one more. It's good. Give her 14 points, 13 rebounds. Goff will replace Shiro. Free will replace Frazier. So
and here's where this second line of our 2-2-1 has to be. We've only got one guard up, so our guards have to communicate on this. These two at the midcourt have to really fall. So Leanna in this area's got to drop back a little bit as well and match up on this flash so they can't throw it over top. Leanna's there it is. Now we're getting the hang of it. That was a good possession. Now they got 20 seconds.
Nice job with Leanna McNulty, and she's going to draw the foul. This will be on Jones. Be her second.
Coach Evans is not real happy with that pass. You got the lead, you got the ball. You probably don't want to try to force that one in there if you don't have to. Yeah, he's telling his guard right now to go get the ball, and that's probably good coaching.
Bears within 8, closing on 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. They've only given up 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Goff on the floor, over to Free. Free looking to Reed. Thought she was going to take that 3-point shot. Baseline jumper, rattles around. Chumbley goes to get the defensive rebound for the Firehawks. She's going to push, gets all the way to the bucket. Felder, nice contest at the rim. But Chumbley was able to finish. She's got 9, 10-point lead once again, Coach.
Yeah, we can't break that cycle. We've had a couple opportunities to get that thing to 6, and just can't break that 10-point cycle.
Feltner looking for McNulty. She's going to get to the bucket. She's going to try to finish, and I think it's going to be on Jones. Nope, it's going to be on 12. That's Goff. I'm doing a poor job of guessing who the foul's going to be on. They her second, team's 5th. That's going to send McNulty to the line. She's 2 of 2 on the night.
That was an aggressive drive. She took it to her left hand and got into the paint and
looked like
got herself the free throw line.
Looks like she was looking to score too, Coach.
She is. You can just tell her aggression's different. Like just her body language, everything she's doing is much more confident, much more aggressive. That's great to see the progress.
Free throws a little long off the back of the rim. And she's up to 12 points and 4 rebounds tonight for the freshman. She'll have one more. That's good.
See if we can get a little tempo going out of our press. Now you can turn this into a little bit more pressure instead of just letting them survey. We've got to really start pressure. Now you can scoot up a little bit. They got 3 guards up ahead. There's a good trap zone.
Over to McChumbly. He'll get back over to Goff, back over to McNary.
The Bears are in their man-to-man. You notice here now they're starting their offense at 14 seconds.
Back over to Lester, gets back over to McNary. Gets past Reed, finishes at the rim, get first 6.
She got just right off that corner and forced her to use her offhand. She made a tough shot going offhand.
56-45. Ingrid at the free throw line. Reed's three-point shot. Holds the release. Bang. A.J. Reed give her 10.
Much needed shot, and A.J. can provide that from that perimeter. That's a great shot and much needed shot at this time.
Oh, you're exactly right. I mean, now, momentum right now is they see a ball going through the basket because they're struggling. I mean, like I say, getting good looks, but just not finishing.
You could almost feel a sense of relief, an exhale when she made that. They're like, shoo, finally got one to go in.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll build some momentum.
So the Bears got 3 players in double figures now. You got Stamper with 14, McNulty with 13. Reed's got 10. Goff and Shiro for the Firehawks, both in double figures. So, Coach, with 3:12 to go, now the clock becomes an ally for the Firehawks, trailing by 8.
Yeah, you almost have to move a little. Of course, you can use your 2-2-1 to be pressure defense as well. You're going to have to take some strategic chances right now. So, get in some traps, some opportunities to get some deflections, and then sit down and guard. You can give no second shots. There's got to be one tough contested shot, and you have to go get the rebound. Like, this is not a great strategy by us letting their point guard go right through our whole defense.
Well, then Shearer's one call for the travel there. I think she saw the 2-on-1, got a little bit too aggressive, forgot to put the dribble down. So the turnover, an unconventional turnover, but the Bears will take it. And
those are the plays that cause coaches blood pressure issues, gray hair. You have no reason to look to score right there. You have no reason to try to attack. I think Coach Evans had a mini stroke over here on the sideline. That was just a poor decision on one of his best players of just trying to score when they didn't need to right there.
But she come back. She responded with a defensive rebound, though. We're closing in on 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Bears down by 8. So McNary, Goff will check in for the Firehawks next dead ball. Timeout. We have 30-second lever right here. So he definitely seen something there, or he definitely want to make sure he got Goff in the ball game for some type of reason as well, Coach.
Well, you could tell there was some confusion on what they were trying to run. It didn't look like they were all in the right positions, and he recognized that. Now you've got a side out of bounds play. And now one thing with women's basketball is they have a arsenal of side out of bounds plays, because now you can advance timeouts to the side, and late game situation they're loaded up for them. So don't be surprised to see a great side out of bounds play here by Southern. We'll have to be ready.
Well, 56-48, 2:37 to go here in the fourth period. And Coach Williams is trying to push all the buttons what he can. It's been a good defensive effort tonight for the Bears. It just offensively, you said good shots tonight. The ball just hasn't found the bottom of the bucket yet, Coach.
And there's nothing that hurts your defense more than not making a basket or two.
It's over to Chumbley, being guarded by Stamper. Under 10 on the shot clock. Over to Lester. Looking for Goff, women guarded by Reed. 3 on the shot clock. Gets to the free throw line. Spin. Blocked by Mary Englert. Shot clock violation. Another turnover. Happened last time, though. We got the turnover. Wasn't able to capitalize. Now we got to start capitalizing on these, Coach.
Back-to-back turnovers. You got to make sure you get baskets after that, especially this time of the game. It's win time.
Free gets to the free throw line. Looks for Englert. Gets to the bucket. Tries to finish. Reed from the corner. Nope. Pump fake. Holds the release. Unable to get it to go. Might be on McNary, I believe so. It's a good call. Out of bounds.
Yep, nothing wrong with that shot. Good shot fake. Step through. Good hustle play right there to get the ball back.
Free throwing the basketball in to Reed. She's working. Looking for the three-point shot. Around a couple of screens from Englert. Free throw line being guarded by Shiro. Back over to Reed. Reed going to try to drive. Floater. Rattles around. Stamp for the rebound. Up and good. Morgan Scamper's got 16 points, 14 rebounds. Bears within 6.
Great job of getting the ball up on the rim, and you count on Stamper to go get it, and she did right there. Well, we got the ball game down to 6 points where you want it, 2 possessions. Now we got to string some stops together and have some urgency in what we're doing. They're doing a great job of taking their time right here.
Well, this is the thing here. The Bears have not committed any fouls in the fourth quarter.
Here's going to be some of your slice double action. Oh.
Has to be the first foul on the quarter against the Bears. It's been A.J. Reed, I believe it is. Her first, team's first in the fourth period. This will be only the second free throw of the night for the Firehawks.
It would have been nice to see that one on the floor just a little bit earlier than a shooting foul.
This one's in Goff to the line, shooting 2 shots. She's 51% on the season, 15 to 29. A little bit better in conference, 10 to 15.
Yeah, the lefty has played well tonight.
Shot up, rattles off. Golf on the night, 13 points, team lead, 5 assists, team lead, and 3 rebounds. All off the bench tonight. Perfect from the floor, 6 of 6, 1 of 1 3-point line. That's the first miss of the night. And she makes the second one, 7-point lead.
That was a big make to make it a 3-possession game right there. We got to have some urgency offensively right here.
Feltner's at the basketball. Top of the key gets over to Free. Free's looking to drive. Good defense by the Firehawks. Over to Englert. Englert's looking to drive. Gets to the baseline. Swings it over to Feltner. It's going to be a foul on Goff, I believe.
And you're still in a position where you're okay to take a 2 right there. I'd have loved to see us just get right straight to the rim and got a 2-point basket and then get your defense set. Unless you popped open an open 3, then you want to make it.
That'll be Goff's 3rd, team's 5th. That's going to send Englert to the line, shooting 2 shots. First trip of the evening. First shot's up, give Mary 7. Englert ends the game 52 of 62, 84% from the free throw line. That percentage go up after that make. We'll have one more. And broadcaster Jinx.
Oh, yeah.
And the Bears will steal possession
and
of
again,
this one.
Credit Stamper on that. Her pursuit of that basketball calls that turnover to get it back. Now we got an opportunity to get this back to a 1-possession game possibly.
57-51.
Yep, change of possession. It goes to a 30-second shot clock. Hand off in the corner. Nice.
Engler, nice job.
Nice job. Oh, deliver that pass. You got you a good 3 in the corner.
Quick hands. Goff gets all the way to the bucket. It'll be a foul on Haley Free. I think AJ got smacked in the mouth, I believe, went after the basketball.
And I think in the process of transition, she got hit in the face.
On Free, her first, team second. That's going to send Goff back to the line. She went 1 and 2 last time.
Absolutely right play by Haley Free there. Hustle down there and make her earn them from the free throw line for sure.
Well, it's also got to get the situation. You got to give them in a bonus situation too. Maybe straight get the line a little bit as well, don't you?
We got a long way to go.
Goff gets the first one to go. Excuse me. She's up to 15. Barely, and the Firehawks up by 7. Gets down the dribbles. The lefty will bend the knees, hold the release, and finds the bottom of the bucket. Give her 16. She ties Morgan Stamper for the game lead. And the Firehawks up by 8. Feltner to get to the bucket, to the baseline. She's looking to pass. Reed, they got to score quickly. 3-point shot in front of the rim. Chumley with the rebound for the Firehawks. Gets over to McNary.
You got a foul in this scenario right here if you're going to give yourself any chance.
Stamper, that'll be her 3rd. She picked up 2 early in that first half. She's played all this game very aggressively.
She really has done a good job of keeping herself out of foul trouble. Obviously, you have to give that foul up right there.
So that'll be the 3rd on the Bears.
But they've got 2 more to give. So you got to go hard for this steal. If you don't get it, run through their arms and foul.
Shiro over to McNary on Feltner. It'll be her 4th. Team's 4th, so they have 1 more, and they'll send them to the line for a bonus. Bears trailing by 8 with 40 seconds to go. McNary kind of inbounds the basketball, does so to Lester. Reed's when we call it the foul, be her 2nd, team's 5th. I'll send Lester to the line.
Number 11 for UPIKE. Reed, her 2nd personal
Lester on the season is 45 of 66, 68%. A little bit better in the conference as well. She's 75% in the conference. Puts down a couple of dribbles, spins the basketball, holds the release, finds the bottom of the bucket, and she's up to 9 points on the evening. And it's a 9-point lead for the Firehawks. She spins the basketball, again bends the knees, holds the release, finds the bottom of the bucket. Coach Williams says, give me a timeout.
Yeah, great job of stepping to the free throw line there. Right, you know, Lester's really been a solid piece of their second half, and now Coach Williams calls a timeout, advances the ball up the court on the side, and give ourselves the opportunity to run the side out of bounds.
So you talked about Lester that second half. She's up 10 points, 7 rebounds on the game. As well, had a little bit of slower start for Lester, but she's picked her play up here now. So now with 39 seconds to go, Coach, a lot of things have got to go right to make up a 10-point deficit in 39 seconds.
Yeah, you got to have some luck. Got to get into play now. So you got to shoot the 3. You got to get in your defense, try to get steals as best you can, and extend the game with fouls if you need to. And wouldn't hurt to say a good prayer or two as you're going.
So, like you said, they will advance the basketball on the timeout. Reed looking in the corner. Can't find her there. Goes to Englert. Englert back to Reed. 3-point shots up. Good. A.J. Reed, she's got 13. Bears down by 7.
Great execution. And one thing that I've found that, like in women's basketball, if you need to find side out-of-bounds plays, sit and watch. These coaches have them drawn up because you can advance late game and get them on the side. And that was a great play by Coach Williams, a great shot by A.J. as well.
She's up to 13. That's the 4th foul on Stamper. And that's going to send McNary to the line for the first time tonight. 31 of 46 on the season, 67%. And she looks like a 100% free throw shooter on that one.
You need some help right here, and McNary's not going to provide that, I'm afraid.
She spins the basketball, holds the release. And there's going to be a timeout here, coached by Cliff Williams. There'll be a full timeout to advance it. So we'll leave it right here. So 63-54, 35 seconds to go. And again, the Bears, is like Charlie, you've always talked about how hard they play. The Bears are still playing hard right now.
Well, you can't fault the effort you've seen out there tonight. You really can't fault the decision making. Just one of those nights when shots don't fall. And, you know, sometimes you never know the reason for that. And that's frustrating.
That's the hardest thing to overcome. You know, when you're doing all the things correct, you're in the right places, you're doing the right things, and you just don't get the result. You know, that makes it tough. It makes it hard on everything. And Southern has capitalized on it. And, you know, Coach Evans just came in with a great game plan. His girls have executed it well. Hats off to them to this point. And they're going to have to help us if we're going to have a chance to win this game. But we did exchange a point. So, like, we're moving in the right direction. We just got to keep giving it our good old college try here.
So we got 35 seconds to go here. Both teams will shoot the bonus. Feltner get the basketball, trying to inbound the basketball. Gets to Englert. Englert looking to score quickly. Being guarded by Shearer over to Reed. Guarded by Lester. Closed out quickly. Nice job by the Firehawks. Englert back over to Feltner. Baseline. Stamper finishes at the bucket. The unconventional three-point play potentially.
Well, you could tell Southern was taking our three away, so they were stepping up on us. That's what you've got to do. You got to tag and get a three. That way we'll take it, right, Charlie?
Any way you can get it, that's right.
That's the Goff's 4th, team's 5th. Count the basket for Stamper. She's got 18, 4 or 5 from the free throw line tonight. Make that 5 to 6. She got 19. Bears within 6.
Yeah, that scenario, if you're Southern, you just let her score that layup and get the ball and take it out of bounds.
So Englert will foul Lester, and that will be on Englert. Will be her first. And that'll send Lester to the line. Lester just knocked down 2 free throws earlier.
Yeah, I would say Coach Evan would love to have that ball in her hands most of the time. She's got a great form and great result out of it.
You can tell she's a shooter, that's for sure. Rattles around at the back part of that rim. 18 seconds, Bears down by 6. Lester will toe the nail, holds the release. That comes out.
There's the kind of help we needed. Now let's see if we can get us a quick bucket.
Englert getting to try and get all the way to the bucket.
3 would be great right here. They helped off. Oh, and they recovered back. Yep, no foul at this point.
So the Bears will drop their 2nd consecutive game. Fall in this one 63-57. The Bears will fall to 9-8 on the season, 3-7 in the conference. The Firehawks move to 11-5, 6-4 in the conference. Let's send it back to the station real quick for a commercial break. We'll come back for some stats and final comments. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless.